All right, how are we doing, folks? I'm your host, Daddy Tarzan 82855. Welcome to another episode of the Dimensional Dial of Dr. Diego. I got that right this time.
You really did! I'm so
Diego?
proud of you!
I'm so proud of you,
Proud of
Tarzan.
you. We
Why are you talking about my cousin Diego?
It's close.
Oh my
Go,
god.
Diego, go.
Again, I am your host, Daddy Tarzan 82855. You can find me on TikTok under the same handle. Our DM, Matt, also known as War-Torn Knight, will be taking over at this point in time to handle the show. Matt, can you take it away?
I absolutely can for our... Sorry, everybody, this is our last episode because Tarzan got the actual title correct, so there's no character growth anymore. We've skipped right to the end.
Game over.
BBG is coming in. Alrighty. As said, I am Matt, your dungeon master for the evening. Once again, this campaign is based off of the one-page dungeon submission written by Andrew J. Young, titled The Dimensional Dial of Dr. Diego. I am joined by my wonderful and absolutely amazing party, who, because they changed their names in the Discord, we're going to introduce in a very different order tonight. So we are starting right from the top with Victor.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Victor. I play Barrow the Wandering Monk.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Next we have KJ.
Hi, I am KJ. On TikTok, you can find me at kj.cosplay, and I play the lovable and adopted, at this point, automaton Petrichor.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next would be Isaac. You're muted.
I'm not. It's flashing.
It just did.
It
didn't
removed
pick it
the
up.
muted right after you did the high. That's what happens when you try to plagiarize me, okay?
I'm Isaac, and I bring to you Lovatar, the reborn rogue warlock. You can find me on TikTok at How Did I Get Here?
Excellent. Glad that you had to double check your character sheet for your class. All right.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. It's been a day for all of us. We're having fun. Next we have McKenna.
Hi, I'm McKenna. I'm Lady Lynx on TikTok. I play Scree. He's a rat and a monk.
Yes.
I am so for this. Alrighty. Keeping the trend alive, we next have Taylor.
Oh god, I don't have a microphone, so just deal with it, but hi, my name is Taylor, and I go by Nerdy Pinup Girl on TikTok, and I play Xanthi, who is a sorceress with serious issues and a serious drinking problem. And she likes to make little makeshift bombs. That's about it.
Beautiful.
War crimes.
War crimes. Beautiful. And rounding out the party, already been introduced, but let's bring on the character introduction, Tarzan.
How's it going? I am your fabulous host, Daddy Tarzan, playing the beloved, the ultimate, the strongest, goodest boy, Clucky McCluckerson. He's a
You
raging
cuss at me a
barbarian
lot.
chicken. Yes, he does. He does. He does have an anger issue when it comes to
Beautiful.
Lovatar.
This is what happens when I'm the one starting the introductions instead of being the last.
We were just testing it out. Usually you anchor. Today you had point. And now we know that this is how it goes.
Now we know.
Alrighty. So, last time on D&D, the party successfully was able to manage their way back to the tree village of Thexelim in this vast forest dimension that they are in. On the way, they were accosted by some giant archer fish that tried to make a meal out of anybody and successfully made a meal out of some fried chicken in the form of our barbarian Clucky. He did manage to come out relatively unharmed. The party threw some incredible improvisation and what's the word that I'm looking for? Some just very much so, very inventive strategies through both Xanthi and Petrichor. They were not only able to rescue Clucky and defeat 2 of the 3 archer fish, but they were able to actually reel one in and have sushi, or whatever they chose to eat, out of the giant fish carcass. So the group was able to return to Thexelim. They picked up a nice set of masterwork studded leather armor for our rogue. Spent a little time getting a few things together, managed to get some directions, and began their journey to the temple where they have been told they quite possibly will be able to recharge the crystal that activates the all-important dimensional dial. So, we pick up today, leaving the archway in front of Thexelim, heading towards the south. There is a pathway that is kind of been treaded upon, and you were told that the journey would take you just a few hours, pretty much getting you to your destination probably a few hours before sunset, so you would have some time to get there. While they're traveling, is there any activities anybody would like to take part in?
I actually would like for Borrow to gently release Petrichor's hand, and he's going to move toward Lovatar. As he then looks at Scree, or rather turns to Scree and just goes, "Would you mind if I speak to Lovatar alone?"
Girls look over at Lovatar.
Grease staying.
Very well. And Lovatar, I'm going to use something that I think we sort of overlooked in the past session, which was the first time that Lovatar felt a sting on his back. The person who rolled the highest perception and noticed was no other than
Yo,
our
boy.
beloved friend, Borrow. Borrow hears the Scree stays, says, "Very well. How is the pain?"
What pain?
"Oh, the one that has made you wince at least twice ever since that strange encounter upon our arrival here. Or are you going to try to deny it?"
If you already know what I'm gonna do, why are you asking?
"Because I'm giving you the opportunity to lead the conversation instead of having me go fishing, which we already did."
Puns.
You hear just a slight chuckle out of Lovatar. That was a good one.
Thank
Is
you.
this the first time canonically that Lovatar has laughed?
Yeah.
It came from the blind monk. I'm so happy.
Fear if I talk about it, it'll keep happening more often. So I'd rather not say.
Very well. Do not speak about it, but at least warn me about it. Is it something that should concern us as a group?
Depends on if I make the right decision in her eyes.
Are her right decisions aligned with our right decisions?
That's the question we're all asking.
That's the question I'm asking you.
I don't know yet.
Can I see if I can sense?
Go ahead.
What do I do for that? Insight?
Yeah, give me an insight check. If that's okay, Matt.
You have the agency of your own character, so you may absolutely call for this role.
16.
You have a pretty good guess that he's lying right now.
Aura continues to walk next to Lothar as he hears those last words, and his head tilts down slightly. He's silent for a while before he finally speaks again. You are quite a fighter, Lothar. Quite resilient. But it appears that you have chosen to become one of few rather than one on your own. Remember, the failure of one is the failure of all. At least as long as we walk together. And with that, Baro is just going to start walking back to Petrichor.
While that was happening, as soon as Baro let go of Petrichor's hand, Petrichor went over to Clucky and tries to catch your attention. Just kind of waves him down a little bit. It starts rifling, kind of keeping their chest cavity closed a little bit, but rifling around a little bit. Where did it go?
Oh no! Oh
no! Pull out.
Lucky
It's
can't
just a
take the
reference
pressure of
image.
social interaction and has run away.
We are about to have another wholesome
Back
moment,
here.
and I cannot
Get
wait.
back here.
Clucky.
Okay. So, their hand finally goes back out and closes. See this, which this is just the reference image, but it is a simplified version of Clucky.
Ooh!
It's so precious.
I love it. Lucky, alright. You guys aren't gonna be able to hear me in that. That was way too muffled. Clucky will look at it inquisitively, looks up to Petrichor and like
Petrichor is gonna cast tongues.
oh
Hold it back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
I was
time.
waiting for this moment specifically.
okay. I was not ready for this one.
I'm excited. I'm
It was
so
the
excited.
plan.
Just FYI, only everyone else is going to have their own version of Clucky's voice. This is what Petrichor is going to hear, though.
So as they give it, they just say,
As Petrichor reaches out with the carving, Clucky looks at it inquisitively, and as Petrichor casts tongues, you hear for the first time, Petrichor. Is that food? Is snack?
"Oh, Art, it's you."
It's mine.
trinket for you.
What does it do? Is it weapon?
Oh.
Well,
It's just for you to have. A small little trinket. No real purpose, other than sentiment.
Clucky don't understand, but thank you. And he'll reach out and take the trinket. And then he'll put it in
Girl just
his
kind of-
satchel.
Gorgeous, has their hand open and doesn't even seem upset that Clucky doesn't understand, because Jakor doesn't understand a lot of stuff themselves. So they're learning how to show affection and their version of love towards others in the only way they know how. So they're kind of learning how to respond to different members of the group in the only way they know how to.
So, as Clucky's taking it, you'll see him kind of do the twitchy examination of the trinket, of the carving, brings it up close to his eye, reels back from it, brings it back in, and then he'll open up his satchel that's attached to his belt and place it in there. And then he turns to Lovitar. And Lovitar, you hear? Alright, you fucking dickhead, let's go get some work done. Tired of standing around. What the fuck's going on here, mate?
Call me a dickhead one more time and see what happens.
Listen here, mate, I don't think you quite understand the gravity of what you're facing. I'm the motherfucking chicken barbarian.
Don't make me offer you to Loviatar as a sacrifice. She loves chickens.
Do not threaten that! I will hurt you if you hurt him!
Can we all understand Clucky right now?
You
Yes.
all can hear
Every
Clucky,
single
but
one of us.
As of right now,
For an hour.
you guys will all have your own different voices throughout this. So what you're hearing is not necessarily what you're hearing from Clucky. There will be a later explanation at another time. But for now, Clucky will walk past Lovitar, and will approach Barrow.
As he's walking past, Scree's just gonna be like,
Valid?
And as he approaches Barrow, you will hear. So are we leaving? Do we go now?
Laro continues walking as he senses Clucky next and hears the voices, and he just adds, "We are on our way to a place that may allow us to continue on our way, Clucky. Our journey is far from over, I'm afraid, and there are many stops on the road."
Good. Is there anything I could do? Something need doing?
Well, I suppose the journey ahead is to a place we do not know. If you wanted to, perhaps you could scout ahead through the sky. Make sure that we are in the right direction to reach this place.
Sounds good. I'll do that. And you'll see
Don't go too
Clucky.
far.
You'll see Clucky spread his wings and with one beat launches himself up into the air. And he gets above the canopy just to get a line of sight on their destination. And he'll maintain that altitude for some time, guiding from above.
Alrighty.
Can y'all hear me?
Because... Yes.
Okay, alright. Xanthi at this time is going to, like, hear Clucky, like, speaking, and she's gonna blink a few times. She's gonna kind of shake her head. She's gonna look back at the bottle of whiskey. She's gonna take the barrel of whiskey. She's gonna, like, pick it up. She's gonna shake it for a little bit, thinking, like, did I really drink that much? And then upon realizing that she really didn't drink that much, she's gonna take a swig, and watching Clucky fly up into the air, she's gonna turn to Borrow and Petrichor and Lovitar and just kind of gesture to all of them and just be like, Did Clucky just talk?
This would be a new ability I found I can do. I can now communicate with him.
The
Now we're
chicken just talked.
Yes.
Because first we had Lovitar speaking like a freaking madman, speaking chicken. And now the chicken is talking. And
I
she
find it's
then
much more
tried to take
civilized.
the barrel.
I find it's much more civilized to allow creature to talk for themselves than have someone else interpret in a language that might be faulty.
Xanthi kind of sat there for a moment, and she looks at Lovitar, because Lovitar being the only one who has translated what Clucky has said at this point, she kind of glares at Lovitar, and then she looks up at Clucky, and she looks back at Petrichor, and she's just like, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'm not crazy. And she just kind of takes a moment to process it, accepts it, and then she just kind of moves on. And she takes another sip of her whiskey before putting it back on her barrel. Or her,
I will say, in the beginning of this, when you gave the barrel a shake to, did I actually drink that much? Your answer was no, but then maybe. So your barrel's getting really low.
I know, because I know I used some of it to...
You've been stressed, and you've been hitting it.
So, Barrow, how's that brew going, buddy?
For the record, it's been about 24 hours.
God damn it.
I'm sure it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's all he says.
Xanthi just kind of nods, and she takes a deep breath, and she goes, let's get this damn thing charged so we can get out of this damn universe that has no damn alcohol.
3 hours later, Xanthi's running up to Bio going, make beer faster!
I wonder if there's any way to, speed up the fermenting process. I don't know. Homebrew
Use
spells?
spells, probably, but...
Homebrew? Makes sense.
What? What?
Alrighty. So, Clucky, with you taking off above the canopy, just give me a just general perception check, because you are trying to scout ahead a little bit.
Okie dokie, give me one secaroni. I'll switch over to my character sheet. Perception, my worst fucking feature. No, actually, no, it's not that bad. Ooh, 18.
18, pretty darn good. You basically just notice, wildlife for the most part. There's some deer or elk that you spot off to one side. Quite a ways away from the path that you're on. You did spot heading away from your direction. There was some type of predatory cat, maybe like a panther or something, but it's not coming to bother you guys. So you're like, all right, that's fine. You keep looking. Nothing really too out of the ordinary or alarming pops up for you. You do still get that kind of overview of where there's a little bit of a clearing in the trees. That's where you're supposed to be going. And you know that you're on the right path. Everything's good to go.
Cool.
So, just checking before we go on. Anything else for travel time, or are we just going right to the end?
Or no, Baro probably would have just reached his hand for Petrichor.
Take it.
And noticing the fauna, Clucky's going to do a quick exercise his background and do a quick hunt expedition to provide for the party, using one of his javelins on that. It was a deer, right?
There was a deer. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a ways away.
It's not close enough. What would be?
I mean, you're flying. You could fly over there if you really wanted to. It would be like a minor excursion. You wouldn't be like going off for
he's
an
not
hour
gonna.
or anything like
No,
that.
right, but he doesn't want us to travel too far away from the overhead, so he's just going to look for something in the immediate area, like shrubbery or anything that provides fruit, something like that.
With your 18, there is a few more of. I believe that I mentioned some fruit that you gathered the
They were
previous
eggs.
time.
The
That
pineapple,
were eggs.
eggs,
Yes.
yeah,
Eggs.
the pineapple eggs.
Yeah. So this time, as you look, these ones are actually hanging from the tree a little bit. They're yellow in color. They kind of look like peppers, rather. But like as you kind of like get close, you take a look at one of them. Give me a nature check.
Un momento. Nature is my proficiency, which is a +2.
Nice.
10.
Looks like a pepper.
All right. God, I love it when it doesn't work out right when I need it to. All right. So finds 3 pepper, like.
I didn't say how many. It's on like a big old bush. We're gonna roll a d10. 8. You found 8 of these.
8 pepper, like vegetables.
Question
Vegetables
mark.
or fruit? Oh yeah, we haven't figured
Looks
it out
like a
yet.
pepper. If I'm paying attention to TikTok recently, there's no such thing as a vegetable. So,
Vegetation. All right. Yeah, he'll gather that up, place, put it in his satchel, and continue flying overhead.
I see you looking at me, and apparently there's a lot of people talking about how like so many vegetables are. Oh, that's a fruit, or this is actually a flower, or this thing or something. So like every single vegetable that we grew up knowing and loving is not a vegetable anymore, and that there's like no true vegetables. However,
First pigeons, now vegetables. Nothing's real.
it was actually first Pluto. Pluto was the first thing to go.
Can Lovitar make a perception perception check just to make sure that everything's good? Ambushes, whatnot.
Sure.
That'd be a dirty 20.
Ambush.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're ambushed there. There is indeed a bush there.
Puns, baby.
I was like, wait, did I seriously hit that on the nose there? Yes.
You continue to the end
No.
with disadvantage, Math. Just disadvantage on yourself for that.
I forget why I have inspiration, but I do have inspiration from last session. I don't remember why, but I have it.
Alrighty.
Boris who has been keeping a quiet conversation with Petrichor, will ask Petrichor, "Do you miss the doctor?"
Not sure what to call the feeling. Might be lost.
Would you look forward to potentially seeing them again, I suppose?
Just having conversations with her. The only one I've known for a very long time.
And I look forward to bringing you back to them and also for meeting them.
All right. You heading forward?
Yes, sir.
Onward.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, as everyone is traveling along, like I said, it's about a like 2.5, 3 hour walk. It's a little before sunset. It's a little dark. Or, well, not like dark, but like it's getting dark. The sun is no longer piercing through the canopy like it was earlier. Borrow. You know you're getting kind of close to what you're looking for. And as you're getting there, you can hear, before anybody else does, obviously, with your supernatural hearing, you are able to hear humanoid grunting and yelling and some words being exchanged, and then a smaller kind of more a couple more gravelly sound voices that are, shouting and yelling back, and then the sounds of wood against wood, as if things are being hit together very hard. And these are undoubtedly the sounds of combat.
Borrow, you guys will probably see Borrow have a moment where he like pauses for a moment, lifting with his staff, and then you guys see him tilt his head the way that he usually does when he's listening, before he goes, "There's combat ahead," and he just starts going in the direction of the sound.
Do I hear this with my dirty 20 perception?
The dirty 20 perception was a few, unless you're saying that you just rolled again.
No, I literally said that I was rolling to see if I heard or saw anything.
That was a couple hours ago.
You said...
And this was a passive perception kind of deal, so I hope that was a nat 20 you just wasted.
I threw it so hard, it dramatically bounced out and landed on a nat 20.
Well, it's not on the dice tray, it doesn't count.
No.
I love that. Isaac is like, I don't want the blind monk to tell me if there's trouble ahead. I want to feel the trouble ahead myself.
I want to be the trouble ahead.
I am the trouble
Upon
ahead.
seeing Borrow mention that there's combat ahead and starts rushing towards it, Xanthi is going to immediately follow behind Borrow. She's not really going to question it. She knows that this man probably can hear a lot better than any of us, so she's just going to follow him.
Lovatar's a shadow. He's already behind Borrow. Thank you very much.
Hey, Mr. Sassy.
Well, if I can't
Yes.
listen for the combat myself, I'm going to follow better.
I am. Thanks for noticing.
Scree's going to be on his shoulder with one arm sticking out, so technically Scree's in front of him.
Borrow did.
Probably pointing like onward, but
combat, so
for
I'm
metagame
going to
purposes.
follow him, and I'm just going to be okay with, Mother, I crave violence.
Alrighty.
I love it.
So, as you guys start taking off, it's probably, a few dozen feet that you guys are taking off, and as you're like, well, he said there was sounds of combat, you're listening as you're running. It's not very long before you're like, oh shit, yeah, there's definitely something going on up ahead. You kind of are like, I
wanted to ask if I could use tremor sense as I'm running, just at one point just hit the ground with the staff on my way to the run to see if I can get a clearer sense of what lies ahead for me.
if it would be.
Can I use Lova Sense? It's just...
So ridiculous.
That sounds too close to something that should not be mentioned on a stream with a minor. I'm going to ask you to come up with something else.
I mention, could Xanthi, upon following Borrow, just take her barrel, rip it off the back, and tap it onto the ground, and then put it on so she knows, or so she can notify Borrow that she is following him?
Oh.
With Barrow's tremor sense, just the fact that you are running along the ground, he's going to pick that up. Within a certain range. So, how far away from the sound of combat would you try to hit that tremor sense?
Well, question is, how far were we when I first heard it?
When you first heard it, I'd say probably like 150 feet, maybe, something along there. So now you guys are like taking off. When you guys hit probably that like 90, 80 foot mark, that's when everybody else starts to really hear it.
I probably would attempt to do it around there.
Okay, give me a perception check. We will see how
That's a
good
24.
24. Excelente. You kind of, you're running, you take your staff, kind of spin it, kind of hit the ground and focus on it, and you kind of get that vision of you're watching the path, which starts to come up as like a little bit of a tunnel of trees as you're moving around, and you can see it kind of go up and kind of curve off to the left, and then it opens up, and you could actually like sense the break in the canopy in a rather large open area where you start to see some type of rudimentary structure, concentric circles, and in the center of it, what you pick up is a hole, probably about 10 feet wide. And what you also pick up with this is that there are 2 creatures of medium size being accosted by 5 creatures of small size.
Okay. So, for the group following Borrow, first you would see that Borrow is like running effortlessly and seemingly having no issue navigating the pathway despite his blindness. And as he is moving with you guys, he will call out while you guys are running. He will say, 2 creatures being affected by other 5 small ones, perhaps like the ones that we encountered before. And I would like to use the dash action.
All right, so we're not quite in action economy yet. We're actually getting there momentarily, but I'm assuming that all of you are dashing basically to just try to make it up there. So
Clucky's already there.
Lobatar wants to double dash.
And as you guys
I want
run
a
up,
balderdash.
as you guys are running up, you see Clucky just standing there.
You do have Misty Step, I believe. If like that will speed up.
That's only if you really want to. It's not really a matter of. You guys are right around the corner basically from this, so you're about to get there. And speaking of that, if you will turn to chat momentarily.
Ooh.
Everybody may click that link that I'm going to start watching the stream and make sure that everything displays correctly.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to see it on the stream. And my Tarzan.
I'm working on it.
Pull it up.
Working it now. Uno momento.
Work it. Work it. Work it.
Game capture. There we go. Edit. And change to there. There we go. How are we looking?
Okay, I don't know why it's displaying like that for you. Because, now it looks fine. Just, I don't know if you saw it, but when you first opened it, Lovatar was just huge.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened, but yeah.
Oh.
Not even gonna pull it up. I'm just gonna watch
Oh,
the
is
stream.
Is it just when you click it, maybe?
Oh, what?
I just made him grow.
That's
I was trying to move him to see if I could, and then it made him grow.
Look at you over here being bad.
So, what I will need here is a marching order based
Clucky
off
would
of how useful we're
obviously
talking.
be first because he's got fly speed.
Alrighty.
Borrow, I would say, is the one on the lead on the ground.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah.
Jakor will be trailing a little bit. They're
On Lovitar.
sitting back.
Oh, I can actually do this. Hang on. I'm going to move Scree back for a second because I can make Scree tiny.
You're
Tiny
so
Scree.
right.
That's awesome.
Tiny Scree.
Petrichor back a little bit. Perfect. And Xanthi probably coming in
close.
near Petrichor.
Xanther's pretty close to the front, right behind Barrow.
Xanthi
Yeah,
said
I
she was
totally
kind of
right
spreading
behind
out everyone
Burrow.
else.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Are you as fast
flank
as a
you
rogue?
with Lovitar. For the
I
sake
guess
of
maybe
argument,
in between, like, behind Lovitar, behind Barrow, whatever Lovitar's ego demands.
It demands everything.
We're actually all gonna sit down and just let Lovitar just keep going.
I do.
alrighty.
Lovitar,
Thank you all for bearing
I
with
said
me,
if
getting
you're
this to work on the stream.
if you're last.
All right.
Ricky Bobby
So-
energy.
You all come around and you see the area before you. You see the stone walls in circular formation. Some very low. It seems that this was maybe once a structure that has crumbled over time. You can actually see from where you are that there is a spot in the center that does appear to be like a hole, a well, something of that kind, leading straight down. You can actually see that there are two little wood pieces sticking out. You can assume are a ladder leading down. And what you do see are two individuals, both dressed in leather, wielding spears. One of them appears to be a wood elf. The other one would be a human. And these two individuals are being assailed by 5 goblins, one being central, that is, let me double check here. I believe that he's got a shield. Yes, he's got a shield, as opposed to the other ones that do not. And he's kind of pointing around like as if he's giving orders on who should be attacking what and things like that. And with that, welcome back. Because I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Don't shout them out. Don't type them in chat. I'm going to ask for the
When-
initiatives after I get things all situated.
Initiative right now.
Considering his Victor's face, I don't know if that's in reaction to my roll or his roll.
I think probably both.
So we are rolling for initiative right now.
We are rolling for initiative.
That's pathetic. Okay.
What'd you call me?
I was talking to myself.
Okay, we need to figure out
Alright.
how to get player screen.
Aro,
Yes.
your initiative.
24.
Oh, fuck you.
24. Clucky.
Nat 20 plus 3. 23.
23.
Fuck you!
3.
That's another 23, boss.
23. All right, who's first between Clucky and Scree?
Clucky got a nat 20, so I'd say mine was a dirty 23.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Xanthi
Oh,
was 10. Oh, you put yours in chat. 10.
Yeah, I put mine in
Got
chat.
All righty.
Dev Sriracho, thank you for following, by the way.
Thank you.
Dev
Dev
Sriracha.
Sriracha?
Sriracha.
Oh.
Like me some Sriracha. Alrighty, Petrichor!
Another natural 20 for a 21.
21!
At least I
Holy
got somebody
crap, you
beat.
guys.
Ooh, am I attracted to this?
Copy.
Cleric going in the beginning is not good. I'm like, no.
How far ahead of
Um,
everyone was Lovitar?
Lovitar, what is yours?
At 20 for a 22.
Oh.
22.
Xanthi's last.
Alrighty.
You're telling me that we had
Three of
three
us
nat
rolling
20s
nat
in
20s?
initiation?
This is the best
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
roll all night.
This
That's we're
is.
gonna roll,
Yeah,
guys.
I literally
Alright.
rolled a fucking 8
Curse.
plus 2.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh crap, I rolled good for initiative for the enemies, and yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. Friggin' KJ, you were like, the cleric shouldn't be going first. Somehow you're not.
I will say,
So,
give me
challenge.
some time
This is
to
the challenge, guys. This is
whatever
the
I want
challenge.
to, so I will take
Let's
that.
let's do this, okay? Let's end this fight before turn 2.
It might happen. It really
Right.
might happen. Alright. Initiative is in. Ready, set, go. Borrow, you're up first.
Baro is going to keep his movement and dashing that he already has had the vision or his tremor sense inform him of where these creatures are. And as soon as he clears out, as he's reaching the area, he also informs the party that the place that we are arriving is where the well is that we might need. And so as he arrives, knowing that there is one of the creatures that is the closest to them on the journey to the center where the guards are, he's just going to keep that speed of the dash, and without stopping as he moves, he's just going to aim to sort of like just elbow the first what are they? Goblin? The first
Yeah,
goblin.
goblins. Are you able to move yourself on the map?
Haven't tried, but let me see.
We about to find out.
Oh yeah, let's
Rebound.
remove myself.
Oh, so this is what. Okay, so I see what happens. So it just gives me like a size thing rather than a. How
Somebody
do I-
just moved Lovitar.
I did. I was
Probably Lovitar.
checking.
So,
how do you-
Actually, I want to see if that works. No, that doesn't work. So when you have the size thing, click off of it, just anywhere on the map, and then click and drag on it.
Got it.
Beautiful. Everybody can move themselves. That is
Yes.
in the thing. All right.
Wunderbar. So he's going to go right off the get go. He's going to go for that first unarmed strike, and that's a 19.
Misses.
Did you say if it hits or not, Matt? I need to
That
hear you
hits.
say it.
I did say that. I don't know why it didn't pick up.
I didn't hear you.
Actually, your
I'm
face
sorry.
didn't move at all. You were just like this.
That's 10 damage.
How many?
10.
So you got this flying right by this absolute delivering this freaking hellbow right to the side of this thing.
Hello.
And what can I do to this thing to make it? Yeah, we're gonna do that. You just crack it right in the side of the skull. And it doesn't even make a sound. It just collapses right in the space.
Great. Barrow literally keeps going like a speeding bullet. So as he first walks, he elbows that first one, and as he elbows without stopping, using his staff on the other arm, he uses the momentum, puts the staff, and uses it to basically propel himself and jump. And as he jumps, he just brings this diagonal knee, just bringing it down on the side of the second goblin nearby. So he just moves there.
Right, so you've used a total of 25 feet. but yeah, go ahead. Make a second attack roll.
25 feet. I'm good.
I know you are. I
Yeah.
have a measuring tool, so I can actually keep track of all this stuff.
Okay, good.
We fancy here.
Moving on up.
So I moved total of 25 so far.
Yeah, so you still got 15
Yeah.
left without
I'm
dashing
good.
or anything, so you're
Okay,
good.
cool. So that's a 21,
That hits.
and that's a 9 damage.
That's a second one that you're just dropping. Oh, jeez, oh man.
We're gonna kill everything before Lovitar can.
After
Something.
So after that,
Sniffling.
after that happens, Borrow senses the one that is like standing in the middle, and then senses the two that are close to. Wait, I need to see the ruler thing.
It looks like an angle tool, little triangle guy.
Yeah, I got it. So I'm close enough only to the center guy. So with that distance, having sensed the one that seems to be giving the orders, Borrow just covers. He dashes from the second one, uses the stones that are in front of him to propel himself once more, spending a key point for flurry of blows, and just lands and aims to just hit a bunch of combos on the boss looking fellow.
Alrighty. You land there, and it's when you land there that this guy kind of turns around, looks up at you, and his eyes go wide. He makes a loud screech, and he points a scimitar at you. And go ahead.
So the
Make no
first, I guess I only hit one, the 21 on the first roll, and the second one was 9.
9 does not hit, but you do get that first hit off.
So I give 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Alrighty.
Correct.
So you're coming in with that first one as he's like pointing. You kind of like hit him across the jaw. He looks back at you. You come with the second one. He brings the shield up, blacks it away, and he's starting to go back afterwards. That is action, bonus action. I believe that is your turn, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We then move to Sir Clucky McCluckerson.
All right. So, still overhead, Clucky, Barrow gets the sense of rushing wind flying overhead past him, and Clucky swoops down from the sky, landing quickly right behind the goblin that Barrow is attacking.
Alrighty.
Draws his flint great axe, comes down on top of the boss goblin with his axe for a 19 to hit,
That hits.
with 14 damage on top of that.
14. How do you take him down?
So as he lands and he draws the axe, he just brings it straight down overhead, just cleaves the goblin right in half from behind. Oh yeah, and I had advantage on that. I don't know why I didn't roll that. I mean, don't need it. He's dead anyways. So as he brings the blade down through the center of the goblin, he then rears up, kicks the body to the side, and watches it. And Barrow watches as the goblin just splits in two as it flies past him. Clucky then shifts the blade sideways and swings laterally at the goblin behind him to his right.
Okay.
For a 16 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
For 6 damage on that second attack.
It screams in pain as you lop off its left arm, but it's still standing.
And then with a bonus action, he's going to raise his clawed feet for a kick and try and impale him in the face with his toes.
Alrighty.
Flavorful.
flavorful.
For a 22 to hit.
That hits.
For max damage of 8.
You go to give him that kick in the face, and your tail ends like a bowling ball. 2 go in the eyes, 1 goes in the mouth, and he just kind of hangs off of your foot for a moment. And when you finally pull back, he just... you know what? Even better. When you pull back, you don't let go. You just stand on his head.
Just fucking push him to the ground, stand on top of his head.
This guard, this elven guard, kind of watches that all happen. He's got his spear. He had just got done defending against something. He just kind of looks up and stares at you like, "What the hell just happened?"
Mind you, he's still pink red from all the blood that he was bathing in. Oh my god. So that was my bonus action. He's got no movement left. That's it. That ends Clucky's turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to Scree.
Scree's gonna see them just taking them all like, hey, hold on. Scree's gonna book it using his movement and his dash to get to this first goblin. Just be like, I can get one, and just clamber up him and try to get in his big old goblin nose. Anyway. That's a 19 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
That is 10 damage.
How do you want to do it?
You see him go in the nose. The goblin probably is freaking out. You see him come out of nose. Got one.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
the body collapses.
Just as you're going in he drops what he's holding, starts clawing at you, but you just shove it. He just it falls backwards and just starts flailing. He's kicking and everything. Everybody is looking around, and then eventually the limbs stop, and then Scree comes out covered in brain matter.
Is the boss still alive?
No. Oh no, actually,
Okay.
I gotta do a couple more things here because you guys just straight clean through them. However, with that, the guard that is now looking, both of them are looking horrified as animals just killed some of these goblins. they just look up and they're just looking at the entire party. And
I have a very important question.
Yes,
Do any of them look injured?
both of them look horribly injured.
I'm going up, touch this
Well,
one.
actually,
Yeah.
Lovitar and Petrichor, if you would kindly put yourselves back where you were, we're going to remain in initiative because guard number 1 is going to look to Borrow being the first humanoid-looking thing that isn't a chicken. And he's just going to, as he's panting, he's going to point at the hole and just go, More are going to the fountain!
It's still my turn. I'm gonna move. How far did I move?
That's a good question. How far did you move?
45. I have 15 left because of that dash. More! And Scree's gonna kind of.
You're a monk. You have plenty left. Your movement speed is not 30.
It's 40.
It says my movement speed is 30.
That may be
Shouldn't
because we're getting some weird interaction between you being a monk and also the homebrew race of awakened rat.
Yeah.
But
That's my
at
movement speed.
Yeah, it says 30 on
40.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Bara, what's your movement speed?
40.
40? So yeah, you should be at 40.
Alright, my movement speed's 40 now. Nice.
So just to
In
be
that
clear,
case-
Matt, just to be clear, they point the gentleman pointed to where the hole, right? Like the hole
Yes.
for the fountain.
Right.
In that case, I have like 35 movement left because I need to use that other 5 as a dash.
That's fair. So
I mean, if you're okay with that, I'll use the rest of my movement to dive in head first. Just end my
absolutely.
turn.
There is a ladder going down. It is kind of dark, but you do see like it leads down to a tunnel, and you can tell from down that tunnel there is coming
I can see the
light source.
ground.
Yes, it's not super far down. It's like trying to think here.
I dive.
It's like 40 feet. It's like a 40-foot drop.
40 feet. How?
If you're looking it up, it's 4d6 to fall damage.
Rats can fall 50 feet without getting seriously injured.
That is if we are using real life mechanics,
Valid.
which we could explain here with your slow fall trait.
Oh, that's
Most
true.
do have slow
That's
fall.
true.
You do have Snowfall, yeah.
So 50 feet, how much would it take for a rat to reach their maximum velocity? If we really want to get into the science maths here.
We're not doing that right now.
We're
On
not
stream.
doing that today.
I'ma just
I
dive
have an
in and
engineer
take the
friend.
damage.
I will get you the answer at some point, but not right now.
Hey, I
McKenna,
think
you
it's
said you were just
valid.
gonna try to take the damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Wait.
so you just fall down the hole at the end of your turn.
Yes.
40-foot drop. I know that you have Monk's Slow Fall, but let's rack it up.
Yeah.
6, 10, 16. Ooh, wow. That I will never roll that good again on this. So that is 22 points of fall damage.
Not enough, baby. And it gets 25.
Nice. Nice.
So
Alrighty,
gonna
so
land
you
like,
just... So now you're looking down a tunnel, and
Yes.
give me a perception check.
Oh. I will see. May I use my sense of smell for an advantage? Because I get advantage on smell checks.
Sure, but tell me what both rolls would be, because if the
Okay.
advantage is what helps you, then I'll describe what you see and what you smell.
The first one's a 7.
Okay.
The second one's a 22.
Alrighty, so with the 7, you can kind of like maybe see, like, is that something down there? Is, you know, what's happening there? But with the smell, you definitely smell it. It's similar to what you just crawled out of, let's be honest. But how do I describe this? It's more pungent. It's more like
Essentially, there's just more.
not like more, yes, but not in terms of quantity. In terms of you get a sense of size out of what this
The
is.
source is larger, creating more smell.
It is one big
God.
pile of shit as opposed to the small pile of shit you crawled out of.
Say less.
So we got something big coming in, is what you're saying.
Beautiful.
Alright, that's my turn.
So-
I'm ending it before any more things can be said.
Alrighty, Lovitar.
I'm just gonna look at Xanthi.
He's gonna get himself killed.
And he's just going to dash and jump down the hole. And as he's falling, does he see the ladder or does he not see the ladder? Is the question.
You could see like the spokes from the ladder sticking up, so you can choose to grab and climb if you wish.
Right before I hit the ground, can I make an acrobatics check to see if I can catch the rung to stop fall damage?
Okay, describe that for me one more time.
So
Just, like,
basically,
grab
he's
the
gonna
sides and
jump
slide down.
and just like with one hand, like slide down the one side, but right before he hits the ground, he's gonna like grab.
Oh, so you're gonna do the action movie slide down. the
Yes, but with
ladder,
one hand.
But with one hand.
Because he's Isaac.
No, because he's Lovitar.
Because it's Isaac.
Since you're doing it one-handed, I will allow you to make this acrobatic
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. And on a successful one, you can negate half
That's
the fall
fine.
damage that you would take.
I mean, the first roll altogether would be a 24. And the second roll altogether would be a 21. Wait, no, wait.
20.
22.
20. Alrighty, so negating half the fall damage. Let's roll 4d6 again. 3, 2, 5. 5 is 10. Plus 1. See, I told you, I was wasted on the rat who negated all of it. So that would have been 11. You're negating half of it. That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I land beside Scree.
All right, what is happening in the chat that y'all are making faces about? What
You're
is happening?
going to get yourself killed again.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing is happening, Mr. DM.
I will actually say this with a 22. He actually did well enough to not land on Scree.
Okay, but like, how funny would it be?
As he lands, he's just gonna look at Scree.
I am not going to give you mouth to mouth again. I'll let you die next time.
Alright, fine, but same. You don't need it,
Or
but
of course got it.
You don't even
Alrighty.
breathe.
yeah, I know.
So next up would be Petrichor.
I was gonna take my movement and my action to even get close enough to do anything. Petrichor is immediately going up to a guard, and I can't do anything on this turn, but we're there.
Okay. Hey, that makes sense. Alrighty. Xanthi.
Okay, so we still have a guard, correct?
Two
Absolutely.
two guards are still standing there, and they look rough.
They're on our side, though.
Okay, give me just a moment. Let me. Oh. So Xanthi, I think, is going to cast Expensive Retreat.
Expedition.
Level?
Okay.
Judicious retreat.
And so that will allow me to dash 30 feet.
Yes, it will. And so long as you maintain concentration, you can use your bonus action to dash on subsequent turns.
Okay, so if I use this spell, I can only use my bonus action to move again, or
You can't. So what this does is it enables you to use your bonus action to dash. So you can use your action to dash, and then with the spell up, you can use your bonus action to dash as well.
I think what I'm going to do instead is
It
I'm
will
going
effectively
to...
make you as fast as Lovitar.
So I think what I'm going to do instead of dashing and going down the hole aggressively, I'm going to dash, not dash. I'm going to use my movement speed, my 30 feet, to get as close to whichever guard is closest as possible. Which one looks more rough?
There.
Guard number 1.
Guard number 1.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, so Taylor, that with 30 movement speed, you still would be like 20 feet away from the nearest guard.
Okay.
So if you have something that's long range, that within 20 feet, you're good. If not, you may need to use your action to dash or something else.
I do have something long range, but I
Don't you bring out your crossbow. No.
I wasn't gonna bring out my crossbow. Hey, my crossbow got clucky from being cooking fish food last time. So you can
You shot the crystal out of my hand.
not the last session. Last session,
2 sessions ago.
Xanthi
Who
fucking reeled in a
remembers?
big ass fish. Don't you argue with me on this.
With
Get
the
her
rolls
coffin
that she
back.
gets with a crossbow, maybe if she tries to hit something, it'll miss. It'll steal a bottle of healing potion from a goblin and then fly across the realm, come back, and then boom, heal the guard.
Also, still have inspiration. So what
What are you doing?
I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 30 feet and get as close to whichever guard is closest to me. And then, so if you want to move that, I think, hold on, 5. like it works diagonal, like it's
The measuring tool is kind of wonky, but like you kind of can get just past where the you guys can't see the dead goblin. You can get there.
Get there? Okay. All right. So, considering that and I'm kind of behind some rocks, and that may not be very... I feel like I might have to roll with a disadvantage if I am firing anything behind rocks. I'm going to go ahead and... Fuck. I'm going to go ahead and use Expeditious Retreat, and I'm going to at least like start going down towards the hole if that's possible.
Alright, so 30 more feet. Yeah, you'd basically be... That would get you to the top of the ladder, basically.
Well, I'm going to be facing, like, just pretty much watching the two guards, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cast that, and I will use that for my movement speed for the time being, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Party said,
considering that y'all like wiped out all the goblins, I had like a plan and everything, and then no, all the goblins got wiped out.
And then the monks and the barbarian happened.
Exactly.
Barrow and Clocky just being left to deal with the guards by themselves.
Hey, Xanthi's still there. She's at the top of the hole. She's still there. She can have a reaction if need be. So just play your cards right, my dude.
Alrighty. So that would be Xanthi. That's going to bring us back around to Barrow.
Great. So when Barrow, after Barrow and Clucky and Scree take down the goblins, and he hears the guard pointing at the entry point, saying that they're going for the fountain, Barrow's expression just widens as grateful to see as Scree and Lovotar are already on their way. He sees Petrichor approach and looks at Petrichor as he says, tend to the guards as much as you can, then we must keep going. And he's going to just bolt toward the hole of the fountain and make his way down. Probably, if allowed, use Tremor Sense as soon as he gets down to the bottom.
Alrighty, at the bottom is a Lovitar and a Scree, just saying.
Well, have they moved from the
Sit on
center?
Lovitar's shoulders.
Wait. From what I see here, the entry point is like a 10-foot, so like...
It is a 10-foot gap, yes. If you want to go down the ladder, you'd be coming down on top of Lovitar. If you want to make a little leap and slide down the opposite wall that doesn't have a ladder, you could do that.
Yeah. I probably would he would probably jump in and then also use like his staff to put it on the edges of the thing as he just slides himself down, using the staff to slow himself as he descends, and also taking advantage of the sound of the stone hitting with the staff to guide him to make sure that he knows where he's falling into.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So let's see here. I gotta roll fall damage that you're just gonna negate. Let me see here. Yeah, that's... So, yep, you're gonna take none from it. Once again.
Because monks.
So...
monks.
So, where you land, you're actually going to be kind of a little bit, from where Scree was looking, Scree basically Borrow lands right in front of you while you're looking down the tunnel. With you tremor sensing down the wall, go ahead, give me a perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you kind of see what I did describe to Scree earlier. That tunnel will lead forward. It's not a very long tunnel, but it does open up into an area. You can see in the middle, the tremor sense kind of gets a little weird, which you've seen before as water. So you know, yes, that this is where the fountain is, and there is definitely something that is large walking towards the fountain.
Okay. Do I sense only that one thing?
Yes.
Okay. I probably
As written.
As I hear it, I speak to Scree and Lovatar. There's a large creature ahead, and it's moving toward the fountain.
He reeks.
Toward the fountain, yes.
He reeks.
We cannot let it
Toward the
reach.
fountain.
We do not know what may happen. How much movement did I use on that?
Probably not much.
No, I mean, it was here. So technically, it's 20. So it'd be about 20 to jump down.
Alrighty. So
Yeah.
yeah, you,
I mean, I
so
would-
if you
I
use
will-
the 20.
I will say that I'll have, I guess already in action. Like I'll start moving. And
So the tunnel leading forward is I don't know if I said that I wasn't very long. I don't know if I gave it a distance, but it's probably going to be like maybe 20, 25 feet until it opens up.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to try to take that or if you
I-
want to stay where you are.
I mean, I probably. So what I want to do is I want to ready. I want to advance with the group, like with Lovatar and Scree at least. So I guess I'll just ready my movement so that whenever they advance, I advance with them.
Alrighty. Noted. Clucky,
Si, senor.
you are up.
Clucky's just going to stand by with Petrichor because he doesn't understand why the party's leaving without Petrichor.
Okay. Wholesome. Makes sense. So I will just have you stay there. Scree!
Yes.
Your turn.
So Screw will look up at Bar, all right, we're going. Wait. We go. Are we go? Are we? You can't see me. Barrow, hey, we going?
Go.
All right. And Scree's gonna.
So yeah, let's have Borrow move.
So the two of you are taking off down the road. Yes?
Yes.
Alrighty. I wonder if this is gonna work out well.
That doesn't sound good.
That don't sound good.
Oh,
Ooh, things are happening.
change of
Loading
scenery.
page.
Map change. I love a map change.
Whoa.
Ooh. Mappy map.
Alrighty.
Ampersand.
I think that about looks right. Let me check the stream. Yeah. I just put everybody who's not on the map yet in the wall. But yeah, you can see
map.
before you. There is this vast open chamber. There is the fountain in front of you. It is lit by magical light sources on the wall, like the effectively dancing light spell. And there is some plants growing out of the walls. This is completely encompassed. There's no daylight down here, but you see approaching the fountain is a very large, probably 8 foot tall, muscular, hairy, huge creature with just these, you're seeing it from the back. It's got, this mane of black hair on top of this brown fur. It's wearing some, the armor looks like it is actually carved stone, and in its hand it is holding a maul, and it is just walking straight forward towards this thing, towards this fountain. So I will say, borrow with your movement. The both of you actually. You were basically right next to each other. So actually, I'm gonna kind of do a little quick move. Yeah, that's probably roughly how you guys would have landed in this space.
Yeah.
You just wanted to be that. You wanted to Lovatar it. You wanted to be that little bit ahead.
Where do you think I got it from?
Also, I was
beautiful.
technically there too. Thank you very much.
It's not your turn yet, though. There was a held action and a current action that were happening before you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we got the snacks ready for you, Isaac.
What are you doing now that you guys have made it in here? Since this was a sort of held turn-ish, I'll ask Victor first. When you get to that spot, what would you like to do?
We'll probably try to call out to the creature and just yell out and say, "Stop! What business have you with this fountain?" See, hoping to potentially make it stop its movement toward the fountain and see if maybe there is some sort of dialogue potential.
When you speak to it, it'll kind of stop, like it wasn't expecting to hear anything else down here. And it'll just give like a slow turn. It's kind of looking like it still has the lower half of its body is still pointed away, and it kind of just rotates the top portion to kind of look at you over its shoulder. And you can now see this face that is also covered with this fur, these piercing yellow eyes, the teeth that are barred in fangs. This creature looks over and down at you, and it almost like snorts in a laughter, and roll persuasion, why not? We'll see how exactly it treats you.
I mean, I don't have... 17.
17. It'll give you the time of day basically to say, "Wait there. I'll finish with you after I take the power of the fountain." And it'll turn and start walking again.
He's probably going to he's going to hear that and turn to screen and says, "Well, that's going to make it easy to decide what we're supposed to do next."
Oh yeah.
So
with that,
you
Vara just kind of like, just sort of like, Scree, he just kind of goes,
Yes. Screw kind of like stand up confidently, no, and then just charge at him.
Alrighty, so basically that was your movement to get to there, so you would have to dash to move any further. Oh, wait, no, it was 20 feet. 20 feet down the hallway, basically, would have gotten to where you guys were.
mm-hmm.
But how far is
So, I don't know if dash
he is 35 feet away, so I'd probably still dash anyway.
Alrighty. Just wanted to make sure we're all...
Where is his stone armor covering? Just for
It is
flavor.
effectively plate armor.
So everything.
So you're saying, so wait, you're using your action to dash? To get
my
close?
bonus action to dash.
Your bonus action to dash, okay.
Because monks.
So I was going to ask the DM if I would have used the staff to basically propel Scree,
Yeet
Can I
rat.
do that as a way to basically have
You're gonna
them
have to
not
toss
need?
me.
Yeah. I cannot jump with the dishes. You'll have to toss me.
You're a monk who has 2 attacks, so you can kind of use one of your attacks if you wish to throw.
Yeah, I mean, I because this is still my turn on the beginning, so technically I cannot move further. Scree
So-
can, I cannot.
This is what I'm going to say. Improvised weapons have a thrown range of 20/60, so you can throw a flat roll 20 feet, or you can try to go beyond 20 feet at a disadvantage.
How far does?
Technically, I have 20 feet left of movement. So,
And the thing is 35.
yeah, if you throw
Oh.
me 20, I could get to him easy.
So if I throw you 20, you don't need to use your bonus action for dash, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So do I roll like a attack or a flat roll?
It is going to be a d20 plus your strength modifier.
Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing
This is how
can
Scree dies.
Oh no, that's an 8.
This is how
So
Scree
the
dies.
a square, the floor does have an AC. That AC is 5, so yes, you throw Scree directly where you are targeting.
Oh,
Great.
wow.
So basically, after the thing says that it's going to take the power, and I say to Scree, that should be plenty. That should justify what we need to do next. I'll just put the staff in front of Scree for them to get on,
Yeah, I mean,
and then I'll just go, ready,
no, do it.
and then just catapult Scree, just send Scree just fly.
Any lacrosse fans here? Let's get you just like a fucking. So
Right there.
yep, there we go. That's where you land safely, and yeah, you can then move the rest of the way and make your attacks.
Scree is gonna
Or
jump
else.
and just aim directly for the back of his knee.
The
And
knee-
then
Yes,
trying
go
to
for the kneecaps.
fiercely dig a pocket into his skin. Unarmed strike.
Alright.
That's a dirty 26 to hit.
Yes.
Dirty 26.
A dirty 26. All 26s are dirty 26s.
But it wasn't a natural 20, so. A dirty 20.
With
You lead with that. Lead with the nat 20.
natural
it
20, but a
wasn't.
dirty 26.
It wasn't a natural 20. That's why it's a dirty
Oh.
26.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alrighty. That hits.
That is 9 damage of Scree furiously digging, trying to get under his skin. Literally.
Alrighty.
And then continuing to dig. It's 18.
That hits.
Yeah.
It's getting further in. It's 10 more damage.
Alrighty.
And y'all know we're gonna. Because I have my bonus action, use my flurry of blows.
Alright.
It's a dirty 24 to hit.
That hits. Waiting for the day that the stats get so ridiculous that McKenna goes, that's a dirty 37.
Gosh, I hope so. That's 8 more damage.
Alrighty. Math is. Okay, got it.
And then that's a dirty 23 to hit. This is the
That
best
hits.
I've rolled in my life. The +7 to hit helps.
Probably because you keep calling it dirty.
That
Dirty
probably-
girl.
Your dice,
Dice
is
like
dirty.
it. That is 5 more damage.
Alrighty.
And then what is the thing where I can hold on?
Key points, baby.
As he feels this thing just tear open his flesh and start digging into his calf. Where is it? Where is it?
Negates his reaction.
It has to make a
Strength.
wait,
Saving throw.
What's the save? Dex save. Dex save. A 14.
Or be knocked
Save
prone.
14. That is a failure.
Aha! Yes! Alright. So
Nice.
you see this rat just latch onto the back of its knee and just start like digging, and you see the tail kind of like sink into the fur and skin. And as it does, this guy friggin' hurts. He's knocked prone, probably scraping at his leg.
Yeah. He's, you're digging in. He looks down and just goes, oh, and just with that like last little like slash that you do with your little claws, he basically drops to that knee, effectively prone, for the sake of mechanics. But yeah, he's dropped down onto that one knee basically. And
Good.
to mark that, we're gonna do a nice bright.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that I remember that he's prone. Alrighty.
Somebody
Alright,
nicked a
it's my turn.
tendon. Somebody nicked a tendon.
Alrighty. So if that is all for Scree, we can finish Borrow's held action, which one of your attacks is used,
Yeah.
and you've moved 20 feet.
Yeah.
Anything else for you, sir?
I use one of my attacks.
Yes.
I guess after throwing Scree and seeing that Scree manages to get the thing prone, I don't have much distance, but Barrow is going to go and throw one of his darts, potentially aiming for whatever point that he sees no armor. I don't know if there's armor on the head, like the back of the head or the side of the head. If it's like complaining about the, he would probably
his
aim.
head, like he's not wearing a helmet, although the stone that he has kind of comes up in a like a high collar to try to protect his neck.
As he's growling about the attack Scree's doing, is he growling in our direction? Like, is his head turned in our direction?
Kind of like, because Scree's kind of like, at least in my mind's eye, is like on the back of his left knee.
Yeah,
so he's kind of like turning down to try to look at that area.
Basically, what I want to do is, because Bar obviously cannot really see the armor, what he wants to do is he wants to hear the growling and the complaint and just aim at literally aim at the mouth where the sound is coming from. Just sort of throw the dart in that direction.
Alrighty, so from where you are, he is 35 feet away. I believe that the range on a dart is 20 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be making this attack at disadvantage unless you want to move.
I don't have more movement.
It was only 20 feet down the hallway.
Yeah, but remember that this is my same turn from having gone down.
Right.
Because it was the beginning of the round. So I don't have more. That's why I drew straight.
So you will make the attack with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh my god. So 14 would be the low.
So now you definitely know where the armor is, because your dart pings right off of it.
Noted.
Alrighty. Now that we've done all that, it is this individual's turn as he turns, raises that maul, and moves to attack Scree.
Even though he's prone, did he use half of his movement?
Yeah, he'll use half his movement to get up, because he's not planning on moving after that. That is a 16 to hit.
It's a 17 AC.
Yeah, boy!
Is it?
This is...
I don't know if this is sassy.
Beyond.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Like this.
This is
like,
the.
This
I
looks
feel
sus.
like I did something wrong. This seems like it's going too well. Kind of.
Well, I mean, so your AC is 10 plus your Dex plus your Wisdom. So if that all checks out, then
that's kind of nice.
That's good. Alrighty. For his second attack, that's going to be a 12 that misses. However, for his third attack,
he's got 3 attacks.
He's not going to actually attack you. You can make your choice of an acrobatics or a athletics check.
Because he's gonna grapple you.
We're trying to stay under his skin. I feel like athletics makes sense. I don't know. Right. I don't know. They're both plus
It's
4.
your choice.
It's 14.
14. So, even though, he's basically playing whack-a-mole with his maul at this point, and you're dodge to the left, dodge to the right, as he kind of hits the ground both times. And then he just golf swings, and he doesn't do damage, but he knocks you back 15 feet.
Yeah. Hey. Alright.
Oh,
Which
it's a
direction
shove,
am I
okay.
flying?
Dare
So, 5,
he?
10,
Free.
15. Bam. So you just kind of get that, you land. You're not knocked prone or anything, but that's where you are. And then he turns and 5, 10, 15.
Oh no, he reaches.
Question. You said that he was prone when I threw the dart?
Yeah, was he
Was
still
it
prone?
So he was prone because Scree knocked him prone.
Would I have
So you
gotten
would have had
advantage for that?
You would have had disadvantage because it's a ranged attack.
Got
Was
it.
he
So
still
you would have
prone
done less.
throughout his turn?
No,
No, he stood up beforehand.
Yeah, yeah.
Gross.
All good.
Alright.
Yeah. So that is where he makes it on his turn. Lovitar.
I'm gonna see this all go down, and I am going to dash as my bonus action.
Okay, so 20 feet gets you... Oh no, I deleted you from the map. Hang on.
I can make it. I can make it. It's 55 feet to him.
So, right there, let me just name you again. Lovitar. There we go. Right there is where you come out after 20 feet.
Oh, and he moved it.
From there, it's 50 feet to get to him.
I just ruined my entire plan.
Do you want me to throw you?
Can you?
I mean, do you want to? We can do that Spartacus, the one of like when I kneel, you just get on, like just jump off my shoulder or something. I'll
Give me
take it.
a second to reevaluate.
I'll throw a Lovitar. I don't care.
If I running a long jump, does that count as my movement for the jump?
Jumping takes movement.
Fine, whatever.
Wait, but
I'm gonna go kick his ass. I'm gonna go another 10 feet.
Alright.
I just accidentally deleted myself. This is awkward.
Alright. Hey, we're having a good time. Another 10 feet. Hang on.
There, I added myself. There's two of me now.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well,
I
little
don't-
did you know,
Too many.
little did you- I'm secretly an Echo Knight. I'm about to give him
Alright.
that secret jujitsu.
There you are after 10 feet. Go ahead.
I am gonna cast Infestation on the other side of him. After, I'm gonna cast Form of Dread as my bonus action, which
Okay.
gives me temporary hit points, but also makes it so. Stupid computer, give me just a second here. But I'm gonna cast Infestation on the water's side, which forcefully makes him take 5 steps the opposite direction of Infestation,
Provided that he fails a Constitution saving throw.
and he will.
Oh,
And he will.
He will.
Manifesting that.
He
I like
will.
it.
Are you manifesting that he
Yeah,
will?
we're
No,
all
I'm just straight up saying it.
Why are you saying that
Sounded
he's
good
just straight up
vibes.
will?
Roll it, goddammit.
Just fucking fail already, Matt.
I need to tell him what it is. Con 15.
Roll low.
That is a 15 on the dot. Or not on the dot.
I'm going to use my inspiration to make him roll with disadvantage.
Oh!
Yes.
Sassy pants!
Fun.
12.
Oh!
Right, it was.
Yes.
And I just did max damage with infestation, which means he takes 12 poison damage.
Alrighty.
And he is also needs to make a wisdom saving throw to not be terrified of me.
Okay, what? Really quick with infestation, can you read me the part about the forced movement?
Give me just a second.
Wanna know if it's
Infestation,
on-
you cause a cloud of mites, fleas, or other parasites to appear momentarily on the creature you can see within the range, which is my... It's only 30 feet, never mind.
No.
Hey.
Fine then, I'm not using Form of Dread, I'm using my bonus action to dash forward. So I am now within melee combat of him after he's forced back, I believe.
Let me double check.
I think.
So 5, 10, 15,
I could be
20,
wrong.
25, 30.
I probably am wrong.
Continue reading infestation.
The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or it takes 1d6 or 2d6 because of my level. Damage moves 5 feet in a, I guess, random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. Roll a d4 for the direction: 1 north, 2 south, 3
Got
east, and
Oh
okay.
no.
Roll a d4.
Come on. Be helpful.
This music.
I can't read you, die. Oh,
2.
it's a 2. 2 was south, yes?
It was south. I have
Look
no
at
idea
that.
which directions are what in this stupid map.
I didn't put a compass, so we're just gonna do as if north is north. So, yeah, first of all, I'm just gonna say thematically, he should be fine with mites and bugs and stuff because he's a gross individual. However, whatever. Not my
Oh no, these
place
are
to
a
say.
special
Yes.
breed of mites and bugs.
These mites are from a
Mosquitoes.
different realm, so they're not the kind of mites they're used to.
I
But
would
with
like
that,
to point
he's
out. I'd like to point out that Petrichor's symbol is literally a compass.
Also,
beautiful.
I am going to growl at this individual.
Okay.
Why don't you turn around and face me like the beast you are?
And can I make a intimidation or a persuasion check?
Smash.
You may. Yeah, right before you say this, he was basically like backing up, swatting at himself, getting all these bugs off of him.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor. That is a 30.
Dirty 30.
Oh, no, that's a nat
Not
20
20.
with a plus 10.
Clean.
Well, that
30.
makes it a dirty 30.
No, that makes it a straight 30.
Dirty, but it's not a
Alright.
natural 20. We talked about this.
I have a plus 10 to my intimidation. I was hoping for a 10 at least.
Considering how happy we are about it, it should be a gay 30. Well, that's just me.
Okay.
Say it should be a 30.
Let's. This is.
I'll
This is a
accept it.
pan 30.
We're happy about
I
it.
mean, with this group,
Yes.
Right?
All right. Before this gets a little out of control.
Already is out of control.
Before?
Yeah.
we're past that point.
Alrighty. You will have to wait to see the results until his
That's fine.
turn.
That's
That's the end
fine.
of the session.
I rolled a dirty 30.
Alrighty. Petrichor, it is your turn.
Well, after back at the surface, like the Smash Cut team, after hearing Barrow say, "Do what you can to heal them," as they're right next to this guard, they just kind of gently reach for the guard's hand,
Okay.
and if the guard gives the hand to Petrichor, Petrichor is
They
going
do
to
cautiously.
Petrichor is going to cast Life Transference. I have to roll damage against myself.
Oh.
So the guard regains 40 hit points, and I take 20 damage.
Oh.
Petrichor's dope.
Okay. He feels amazing. You can see his wounds close, the bruises start to fade, and his demeanor changes from cautious to almost relieved as he looks down at you and just, thank you.
Pearl nod and then move to the other guard.
That's
And
only
that's
like
gonna end my
10 feet
turn.
away.
It's
Alrighty.
not that far, but
That brings us to Xanthi, who was at the top of the ladder. It's a 40-foot ladder. You do still have Expeditious Retreat, so you can dash as an action, and you can dash as a bonus action.
So as my bonus action, I would like to dash down the ladder, and then movement speed will so it's 30 feet with the dash action, correct?
Right. It is your speed again.
Okay, and so if I am in the underground, I would be, 35 feet away from the main guy, dude?
You are at the end of a 20-foot tunnel. You are also, with 30 feet, it's a 40-foot ladder, so you still have the 10 feet to go off of that. You do still have your movement, of course, so once you hit the bottom, you got 20 feet once you hit the bottom, so you can actually be on the map after using your bonus action and your movement.
Upon using my dash, do I need to use a spell slot for that?
No, you've already used it on your last turn. So long as you maintain concentration, that's just up.
Okay, so I'm going to use my dash action, and then I'm going to use my movement speed to get as close to the main guy as possible.
Okay, so from here, you can get another 30 feet with your dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. Let me get you in the square right there.
All right. So upon that, I would like to cast... how is this guy looking, by the way?
I will say that to get to this point, that is your movement, your action, and your bonus action. To move a total of 90 feet.
Ah, shit. Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will leave it there.
Okay. Alrighty. So, at this point, I am going to be asking a very important question to... We're going to go in initiative order. I am going to ask the question, and then I'm going to call on everybody for a response. What is your purpose at this fountain? Starting with Borrow.
We have to
Recharge-
answer out loud.
You have to tell me. That is what I'm going to say, is you have to tell me.
So should I tell you here? Do you want me to write it privately or?
If you're comfortable telling everybody, you could just tell me here, but if you would like to be private about it, by all means.
No, I mean what we're looking to do with the fountain is to use its waters to recharge the crystal that may allow us to keep going through the dial.
Okay. Scree.
I am typing.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Lovitar.
I
You
also
were typing.
typed.
Alrighty. Xanthi.
Secretives.
Anthony is just simply going to stand up and say, I'm here to continue my journey and nothing more.
And then we all died. What?
Nervous about how Lovitar and Scree are just secretly typing their shit.
Leave it to the rogue and the pocket snack to get us all killed.
Set up dish food.
The pocket snack.
Cleric is also typing.
The cleric is not in the tunnel yet.
Yes, I know, but I'm preemptively typing.
Okay.
Wow. Leave it to the monk to be like, this is, clear cut. Everybody else is like,
Secrets.
Agree.
Uh-oh.
Let me see if I can. Dude, we're testing some things out. If I do this. If you're looking at the map,
Oh, you
these
have like a little
plants
laser.
here, those two plants, two vines strike out at you, one from each of those plants.
Valid.
You look over and, shocked, back away from the first one as it impacts the ground where you're standing. The second one hits you, dealing 4 points of piercing damage, and you are yanked by it. There.
Ah!
oh snap.
Lovitar. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Same deal, except it is... Where is my laser pointer? This one and this one. One of them, you kind of see coming and kind of put your hand up, kind of catch it, toss to the side. The other one gashes you right across the face for 3 points of piercing damage.
Can I use my reaction?
Absolutely.
I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Why? This thing just slashed me across the face. I'm not just gonna take it lightly. That's 20 fire damage.
All right. 20 fire damage. Noted. Okay, now I have to do this.
'Twas but a scratch.
And
I'm just gonna apologize now. This is how Lovitar would be.
We
so
know.
I just don't want you guys. I just don't want you to hate me.
We get it. We get the game. We also are terrified because of it.
No, so
That's what
am
we're
I.
reacting. We're not reacting to Isaac. We're reacting to Lovitar right now.
everybody
Yeah, but
in the room can see this plant and this plant both lash out at the bugbear, who just sees one coming, puts his arm up, it just goes across his gauntlet, doesn't do anything. The second one, he bats out of the way with his maul, and he takes no damage.
This bitch.
Baro, your turn. I am getting all of the private messages.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I already made a comment. I spoke out loud. Baro senses the plan shifting, and then Lovitar reaching for the thing and the big creature. And Baro is I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. Do I need to dash to get to the bug? Yes. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash toward our fellow here.
Okay.
And actually, I'm gonna assuming that if I'm there, I'm not in the water, right? Like I'm on the edge right there.
Yeah, you're on the edge.
Yeah.
You're on the edge.
So what Baro attempts to do is he just rushes, and having heard the ping from his dart that revealed the armor where the armor was, Baro jumps up with his staff, does a swirling, and attempts to do a stunning strike on the creature.
Alrighty. Give me an attack roll first.
That's a 23.
That'll hit.
So,
Yes, sir, it will. So that means that I'm spending a key point to make the target stunned until the end of my next turn.
He do be
He
having
needs
to
to
make a
do
Constitution
a
save.
con saving throw of 15.
Can he do it?
That is a 16 on the die.
Mother, son of a goblin.
Can you do it again?
I believe
Got
that
two
the monks
attacks.
are getting a little.
I
Tank's got to be getting empty.
Well,
Been a lot of
technically, no.
dashing and a lot of
Well, but that's for my attack. I have 2 attacks.
true.
So I
Do it
can.
again.
So I'll roll damage
Oh,
afterwards.
you want? Yeah, I was about to say. Okay,
Oh, second one's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
So that's it. Since I still with dash, I still would have distance enough. Oh no. Never mind. I'll stay there. That's it for me. I didn't roll. All right, I need to roll the damage for the one that did hit.
You silly goose.
That's 9 damage.
4
9
blows.
damage. Let me
Right.
throw that on.
And use flurry because
I know. I was-
if only. If only.
Alrighty. So, with that being Barrow's turn, Clucky! Ever the guard over our lovely, yet somehow self-destructive little automaton buddy.
Clucky's gonna walk over to the second guard after watching Petrichor heal the first guard, and he's going to attempt to grab the guard by the armor and carry him over to Petrichor.
Petrichor is within 5 feet of
I'm
it.
already over there.
Yeah.
Still, he just walks up. Oop.
He's gonna pick him up and hold him out to Petrichor.
I will say Clucky would notice that as the one guard got healed, some of Petrichor's circuits started sparking, and they haven't stopped yet. They definitely don't look great right now.
Well, that's not good.
All right.
But Clucky's just remaining guard with Petrichor.
That brings us to Scree.
Not done yet.
Oh,
Scree's
I
gonna-
apologize if I may for a moment. Lovitar got hit by one of the vines, therefore Lovitar was pulled there. Continue. I apologize.
And Screw's gonna charge at the bugbear.
It moves so fast.
It really did. Just this tiny little thing flying across the street. I absolutely love it.
And having thoroughly chewed up the back of one leg, he's now gonna aim for the back of the other knee and jump on and start nibbling away. Oh, it's a 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
Just go and keep trying. It's a 16.
That does not hit.
Can you use my flurry of blows?
Do you have key points still?
Yeah.
How many you got left?
3. I believe I've dashed once with them, and I've used flurry of blows once with them.
Thought you dashed up top and then you dashed down below.
I
and
have
then you
2
flurry blows
left.
once. So this would be your 4th key point that you're about to
Yes.
spend. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty, flurry of blows. Bring it on.
Gonna keep digging in. 18.
That hits.
Yes. All right. He's digging in. 8 damage.
8 damage. Calculated. Got it.
Flurry of blows number 2
All right.
is 18 again.
Nice.
Also hits. No, it doesn't hit this time. I've had enough.
I don't like this game anymore. That's 6 damage. Dude's going for a tendon.
6 damage. Got
And
it.
because I hit him with a... Is it flurry of blows or just normal? Yes! Alright.
hand, yeah.
He... just can't take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Yeah.
No
That
save.
is fair. That is valid.
And Scree's just
Alrighty.
clinging on. That's Scree's turn.
Gotta love open hand monks.
Yeah.
So, after all of this has happened, he's been parrying your attacks or getting hit, or whatever the case may be, going back and forth with Barrow and Scree. At the end of all of this, he kind of like shakes everything off, sits there with his maul for a moment, and locks eyes on Lovitar.
Bring it on, you big beast.
He takes that step.
Is that
Moving.
a attack of opportunity?
He has not left your reach.
Okay.
Maneuver around.
Lovitar. Attack number 1. That is a 22 to hit.
It hits.
That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
My word.
As he just brings the maul straight down from your top left to your bottom right across your chest. Attack number 2. That is another 22 to hit.
My God. Not the new threads.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage as he just comes right back across, right to left this time on you. Third attack.
Oh dear.
That is a 27 to hit.
My
It's-
word.
When did he get good at this?
You've had
When did Matt
enough.
get angry?
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy fuck. Don't you have uncanny dodge? No, you don't, because you.
No, he's not
multi-classed.
high enough level yet. Oh yeah, he also multi-classed, yes.
God damn.
How you looking?
On my last leg.
Isaac. You asked for this.
I know.
Action surge.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Petrichor.
That is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Give me 3 seconds here. My entire computer decided to shut everything down.
It's probably about
Insane.
preemptively waiting for the results of that nat 20.
No. Oh, fuck.
Man.
Before I roll things, to bring this into perspective, he's using a maul, which does 2d6 damage. And as a bugbear, he adds a bonus damage dice whenever he hits. So with the crit,
jeez. It's 18
Can I just say something real quick?
yes,
As he is just getting pummeled.
Uh-huh.
Lovitar looks down at Scree.
I'm sorry.
What?
I didn't fulfill my end of the bargain.
As he gets hit with that last one.
How much HP do you have? What is your maximum HP?
46.
Lovitar is unconscious.
So as he says that, you just see the bugbear swing up and just right under the chin.
And with that, Barrow and Scree being right there, there is a sickening crack as that hit impacts before Lovitar falls flat on his back, motionless. He still has one more attack.
E-break?
You, by all means, can have... Actually, no. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
He will turn around and with his last attack, try to hit Scree. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage. That is his turn. Lovitar, I require a death save. Did you just private message me that? Okay, I like it. I like it. All right.
No, no.
I'm not gonna send it to everybody. It builds the suspense.
I fucking love you. And until
Inspiration.
the situation, I was about to say, after this situation with Lovitar is handled, you will have inspiration. After, because it will either be on Lovitar when he lives or on your new character when he dies. McKenna looks so stressed. So, Petrichor.
I don't know any of this.
Guard there. He looking rough. He looked like he could use maybe 4 or 5 hit points.
As he's dangling from Clucky's hand.
I'm so stressed out right now, and I don't know any of that.
Twitch chat.
Petrichor is going to just kind of tap just gently on this dude's arm, a little awkwardly, casting Cure Wounds.
Okay.
He gets 11 hit points.
Nice.
Looking fantastic and as appreciative as the first.
Then, with a courteous nod to both, Petrichor is then going to follow the second set of Barrow's instructions, which is after they can't do anything else, follow down the hole.
From where you were, you use 5 feet to get to the ladder. You can make it 25 feet down the ladder if you climb. Which would leave you 15 feet from the bottom.
I'm debating dropping down, but I don't have the HP for that, so I'm not gonna do it.
I would say you don't after you took a huge ass hit intentionally. Beautiful. Alrighty. That is Petrichor. That brings us to Xanthi.
Alright, so I see we have Barrow, Scree, and Lovitar around the Bugbear.
Well, Borrow
I mean,
Scree and
kinda.
a soon-to-be corpse again.
Okay, well, either way,
No.
I have Careful Spell, and still have plenty of, I believe, spell slots for that. So, yes, I do. Or sorcery points. So, I would like to cast Agasser Scorcher on 3rd level.
Okay.
It says Dexterity 15.
It's okay, so that is the save that he has to make. He does make it, so he will take half the damage that you roll.
Could I possibly use my inspiration for him to roll with disadvantage?
You're damn right you can.
Yeah.
He fails. He's gonna take full damage.
Damn!
All right. So
You
for
rolled a 16 on the die, and that dropped down to a 5.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Okay, so the damage on that is going to be 11 damage.
Wait.
11 damage.
So 48 total 11 damage?
Yep, I had a 2, a 4, a 4, and a 1.
Ooh. That's rough.
And
That's
for
okay.
my bonus action, could I possibly use my cantrip and just cast no, I don't think I'm close enough for it. Never mind. Hold on.
You haven't moved yet.
Moved yet?
You have not.
Will that
You
use my bonus action? That's the question.
No, you can move normally.
Okay,
The
so I would like
expeditious
to move,
retreat.
like right in front of the bugbear.
Okie dokie.
And I would like to do create bonfire and just set them on fire.
So before you move, I will let you know that you can cast that at range. You don't need to be right up on them to do it.
Alright, well then I would like to stay where I'm at and then cast create bonfire and set them on fire.
Alrighty. Set them on fire again. You do have to spend a sorcery point to quicken it in order to cast it as a bonus action.
Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty, just making sure that it's all being tracked. And his dexterity save is a natural 20. So, unfortunately, with this being a cantrip, he doesn't take any damage from this.
Still like
But
on
it's
fire,
still
though?
there. So
Okay.
Create Bonfire is a concentration spell. You can keep it up. This does drop your concentration on Expeditious Retreat. So you're no longer fast as fuck boy, but you make do the Bernie things.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't really
Alrighty.
need it at this point.
Let's go.
You've gone from figuratively burning it to actually burning it.
I'm cool with that. So with that, I will end my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Scree.
Yes.
You take.
It's about the plants. Any and all thoughts of the magic water is gone right now.
The thoughts have already happened.
That's fair.
You
That's
take
fair.
7 points of piercing damage, and
Alright.
you are pulled there.
Hi, Lady Lily of La La Land.
Lily.
Lily's in chat.
Hey, Lily.
Hello, Lily.
Yo.
Hello,
Hi.
beautiful. How are you, my dear?
And you can see 2 vines stretch out and try to assail the bugbear, who is having none of it at this point.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate ya.
I was doing DM things, Lady Lily of La La Land. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lily.
Alrighty. That brings us to Barrow.
Okay. Borrow hears Lovatar's apology to Scree, and then following that, he hears and is able to see with his blind sight the impact on Lovatar's body, and then the falling. And then after that, he sees the vines reaching Scree and yanking Scree, and then reaching at the bugbear. And he shouts at Scree as he says, "Try to stay away from the plants."
Scree gives just such a faint, like, yeah.
Borrow is going to just use, as he plants his staff next to him, being close to the bugbear, and he just focuses and he just aims to strike on this bugbear's face repeatedly. He just wants to really piss him off and hopefully like get him to get his focus solely on him.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll the attacks for that first. Dirty 20.
That hits.
14.
That misses.
Okay. Flurry of blows first. 11. That's a fail.
That misses.
Wow. Okay. That's a 12. That's great.
That misses.
So just one strike.
All right.
That's 10 damage that I'm going to do on the bugbear. And as he hits that to the bugbear, he sort of grabs his staff, leans in, and for the first time ever, Borrow taps into his drunken master as he just sort of goes, "Hey, you little giant thing. I bet you cannot catch me." And so he literally uses that, and he makes the little like bounce, it throws his staff in a taunting way in front of the bugbear, and because of drunken master, uses disengage to basically jump his way out of the range without giving him opportunity attack.
You can't
And
take
he's
reactions
going
right now anyway.
And he moves in this direction, hoping for the bugbear to follow and get him closer to more plants.
I wish Lovatar was alive right now.
So in this, the last thing that the bugbear really did was just take that swing at Scree, who was yanked out of his range immediately. And before you attacked, you saw that he was going to take that step forward towards Scree, and then you just get that very first like sock right in his jaw, and he turns and deflects your other 3 hits and looks down at you confused as you give your speech and back up, and he just looks and he goes, "Interesting. You all volunteer for death."
At this point, it's part of the family trait.
Clucky.
Hey, dozo! All right. After watching Petrichor heal the guard, he'll release him, letting him fall to the ground. And watches as Petrichor waddles over to the well. Goes down it. How deep is this well, by the way?
40-foot deep well.
40 feet. I'm gonna have to use my whole flying speed in order to do this. All right. Clucky will jump up into the air, do a swan dive into the well.
A chicken dive.
And he's gonna spread out his wings at the last 10 feet to swoop up, and then he's going to use his dash action to get him You said it's 20 feet past the bottom of the well to get to.
Yeah, 20 feet will get you yonder.
Okay, so that's 20 feet. He had 10 feet at the base of the well left, so he's got 40 feet left from here. Okay, cool. 40 feet will get me right on top of this bitch. All right. He's going, and you just see as he comes down, or as he swoops down from the base of the well, he sees Lovitar laid out, and it throws Clucky into a furious rage as he dashes forward with a blinding speed, and you see this pink chicken just enraged as he soars up to the bugbear. And that ends his turn since he used his action to dash and his bonus action to rage.
Alrighty.
Angry pink chicken!
That moves us to Scree.
When the bugbear hit Scree with his weapon, Borrow, probably the only person that could heard of that little like pick it up. And Scree is not looking good. Then the plant drags him back with very little opposing force. And now Scree, covered in his own blood and matted fur, just desperately wincing with every step, runs towards Lovitar and goes over to his arm and kind of rips it open, getting the needle and thread, putting the needle in his mouth, and just furiously and desperately stitching wherever he can at the scar on his face, trying to stitch his jaw back together.
That would be using your action
Yes.
to perform a medicine check.
Yes.
Roll good. Oh no, that doesn't look good.
God.
What'd you get, fam?
And I have advantage since Scree stitches Lova together a lot.
That sounded
It's a
that sounded
nat
nice.
one.
Oh no.
No. No.
Nothing additional happens to Lovitar, but
Time,
you are
Scree's just- Please, big guy.
unsuccessful at
Big guy, come on!
stabilizing him.
And just his paws are shaking. He cannot see, which is probably why he's doing terribly. Come on, big guy!
Right.
Just sewing.
All right. Is that your turn? Now we move to the bugbear. In this moment, I will just do a reminder to Xanthi. I have updated your equipment before this session so that you could see the effects of the formerly named Goblin Staff, but now officially named and statted and everything.
Let me go to my equipment. Inventory.
Nice.
Did you just go to her characters?
Alright, here. I think I might need to exit out of D&D Beyond and restart it. Give me a second.
Yep.
That's okay. It gives me time to answer these millions of messages.
You secretive people, you. Secrets don't make friends, you know.
Okay.
Lovitar didn't know he had any friends.
The Staff of Booyah.
The Staff of Booyah.
Okay, so the staff is mostly cobbled together by goblins of this dimension. As their chaotic nature into their magic enhances it to a terrifying degree. Staff wasn't recovered from a charred goblin corpse. The fates have been kind to them. The staff has 1 charge. While holding it, you can use it as an action to expand one of its charges to cast the fireball spell with a save of a DC 15 from a 3rd level. Additionally, any spell you cast using the staff as a focus that deals fire damage deals an additional 1d4 fire damage to a creature that took damage from the spell at the start of the next turn. The wand regains 1 expanded charge daily at dawn.
So with this knowledge, when you hit this bugbear with Agonzar's Scorcher last turn, would you have been using the Staff of Booyah?
Yes.
Alrighty, so go ahead and roll a d4 so that we can get his additional burning damage.
Be a 4.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Now, additionally, he is beginning his turn standing in your create bonfire, so he has to make another dexterity saving throw, which remind me of what your saving throw is for create bonfire.
For create bonfire, a dex 15.
He fails, so go ahead and roll 2d8 for me.
Alright, first d8 is 2. Second d8 3, so that'll be a total of 5 damage.
Alrighty. So he is burning. He is incredibly upset with how this is going. And he sees the chicken around him. And he looks over to Barrow, who issued that challenge. And he just goes, "Oh, just you wait." Clucky and Scree, you may both take attacks of opportunities if you wish. Oh, Scree will be back in a moment. So, Clucky, you may take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
She at this point is definitely enjoying watching him burn. She, you can kind of see, a little bit of a kind of twisted smile on her face as she is watching him char.
Right. It doesn't smell pleasant. He's a smelly individual, and now he's on fire.
Real quick.
She is very used to unpleasant smells, so...
Real quick. Did we get a long rest before we got to this point, or...
You had a short rest.
Oh, that's why I didn't get any rage resets. Okay. I'm out of rage. This is my last one. Yeah, he's gonna.
It's not your turn. It's an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I was just getting accountability of what resources I had left. So he still has his great axe in hand. He's going to take that opportunity to hit for a 21.
That hits.
That is going to be D12 plus 4. He takes 9 damage. And 25% chance against armored creatures to inflict fire damage. How do we want to calculate that since he is heavily armored?
So roll a D100, and if you get under a 25.
Scree, you got an opportunity attack.
Okay, where's my 100s?
Not gonna take it.
Scree is focusing 100% on trying to sew back. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Where are you, D20? 100s. Bag of holding. My God. Where are you? Is that it? Yep, there you are. Ha! Found you. Bitch. Okay, we need... There we go.
I think that's fine.
We need these two. Okay. $24.
24. So yes, his the clothes that he's wearing underneath his his armor do catch. This is unfortunately not the best time because as he is using this movement that provoked that attack of opportunity, you watch him disappear below the surface of the water.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
His turn is
Lovitar, please make me a death saving throw. I'm just going to preemptively open my... Actually, I don't need to because it gives me a notification.
Oh, fuck. That's not good. Poisonous snake has joined the party.
All right. Noted. Let me bring up this. That brings us to Petrichor, who was 15 feet below or above the bottom of the ladder. You are muted for when you start talking.
Petrichor is going to make it down the last 15 feet and then 15 feet into the tunnel.
Alrighty,
The
so
question
you are...
is,
Yes.
do they see Lovitar laying on the ground, unconscious?
Make a perception check.
Because this dictates what happens. It's an 11.
Looking around, the first person that you see is Xanthi, focused and holding that weird staff, pointing, and you can see that there's fire that is creating a silhouette as Clucky is standing in front of it from your perspective. And off to the left again, you can see in the distance is Barrow, who looks to be at the ready. But from Barrow, when your gaze goes down, you see a very pale individual with black clothes laying on the ground with a rat on top of it.
Boy, I couldn't even do anything that sort of if I wanted to. Petrichor is going to just take their action to move another 30 feet into this cavern.
So the first 5 feet puts you on the map. And I don't know if are you at a spot where you can move the token? Or would you like me to move
Let me check the distance. Yes, I am. Let me do it myself.
Okie dokie, okie dokie.
I can go the distance.
They moved and then died from the
They
street.
moved
Oh, no.
out of existence here.
think I can only make it to there. But they're just, like, eyes locked, somewhat confused on Lovitar, who's laying on the ground, which doesn't even happen when he's sleeping because he doesn't sleep. But that ends my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Xanthi.
All right. So, question. So I still have that potion. That
You
potion
do.
of healing. Could I possibly, like, is Lovitar stable enough for me to just take that potion and shove it down his throat?
I don't know.
God damn it. Okay.
You can certainly try.
So Xanthi is going to Lovitar and Scree just desperately trying to Lovitar back to life. Xanthi is going to take a moment. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to move my whatever distance I need to Lovitar. I'm going to use my bonus action to shove that health potion down his throat.
It would be an action to administer a potion.
Oh. And I will use my action to administer the potion because I don't like seeing Scree desperately trying to bring Lovitar back to life because that honestly breaks my damn heart.
You may... I believe that it's a common... a normal potion of healing, so you may roll 2d4 and add 2 to it.
All right. That would be 2 plus 3, which would be a 5, plus 2, which would be a 7. So would that revive Lovitar with 7 hit points?
Lovitar. You know what the last thing you heard was. And slowly, that shifts into the sounds of combat and panic and the sounds of the tensing vines that have been around you. And you open your eyes and you see Scree on your chest looking down at you, needle and thread in hand, doing, you probably have thread hanging out of your cheek at this point. And you also see Xanthi holding an empty vial. You have 7 HP.
Let's go.
And I would like to use my... hold on. Sorry, I don't have the map up at this point. Give me just a moment to grab my laptop so I can take a look at the map.
That is fair.
The tension is real.
Matt, what was your rules on spells and stuff? It has to say bonus action spell to use it on your bonus action, right?
Yes. That is the rule.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know if you did it differently or anything.
Oh,
Nope.
so the bugbear has moved.
Yes, he's
Yes.
He disappeared
Okay.
under the water.
after Clucky
Oh.
sparked him.
Oh, okay. So Bugbear is nowhere to be seen. Then I would like to use my bonus action to... Is there any of the tree guards that are a danger to anybody currently?
You've been seeing them lash out at the Bugbear, Gree, and Lovitar.
All right, what's the one? Okay, so I'm going to take the one that's... I'm going to aim at the one that's nearest to Scree and Lovitar. Could I possibly use my cantrip to cast bonfire on that guard in particular?
So it's not necessarily you can definitely do that if you wish. It's not really like a guard, if you will. It's just a tangled mess of just it. Without it moving, it would just look like natural plants and stuff that were growing in the cave, and now they're just lashing out.
Oh, okay. So I may not want to make them more angry because I don't know how they're going to react to them being set on fire. Upon that, Xanthi is going to use what movement she has left. How much movement do I have left? Like 30 or
You only moved
15
like
feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. Oh, that okay. Be willing for a little bit of spice. Could I move to the edge of the water, stick my staff that I had, or stick my hand in the water, and cast my cantrip. Sorry, I have to pull up my.
You use your action though, right?
You did use your action.
I haven't used my bonus action, so I have a
Cantrips.
cantrip if I want to use it. And can I stick my hand in the water, and could I kind of do the same thing that I did with the fishies last time, and cast my cantrip Thunderclap in the water?
You can, once again, to cast the spell as a bonus action, you'll need to spend a sorcery point to quicken it.
Cantrip. Yeah, I know I need to use the sorcery point, but
Right.
I have... Okay.
Okay, that is all fair. So I will move you to the edge of the water there. Come on, snap. There we go. And he will need to make a Constitution save, which I believe I ruled last time that something in the water would have disadvantage on that save.
Yes, his Constitution saving throw is going to be 15.
Righty, so disadvantage. I don't even need to roll twice. That's on that one.
Ah,
Fuck yes! Let's go!
Go ahead and roll some damages. This is what happened to the fish too. Huh.
The fish got a nat 1, except they were stunned last time.
Well, that's because, like, fish being aquatic creatures, they are actually, like, loud noise and stuff and, like, concussive things underwater will stun fish. So, not going to be that great here, but he will take damage for failing. So go ahead and roll the damage for Thunderclap.
Edge.
How much?
Edge.
It's not picking up the number. It's just I only hear you say damage.
8 damage. 8. With that, Xanthi will remove her hand and just stay near the edge of the water to see if any, and she's going to kind of keep her eye out as well, like on the moving branches, but she's also mainly going to be focusing on the water where the bugbear is.
All right. That brings us back around. Let me catch up on a few messages. Right, all right, all taken care of. Okay, that's where we're at there.
Oh, yeah.
Lovitar. Having just, for lack of a better term, re-entered the cave. What is your purpose for being in this cave?
Oh, no. Don't be stubborn.
Be stubborn.
Who are you
What
talking
could go
to?
wrong?
He's just going to be Lovitar. I'm not expecting anything else.
Make a persuasion check. All right. So, with all of that considered, everybody has been seeing these plants writhe around. And you've seen them all attack the bugbear, who is below the surface of the water. If you will turn to the map, everybody sees a vine come from this plant, come from this plant, come from this plant, and come from this plant. All four go below the surface of the water. And they just hold there for a moment as you hear them tightening against each other and tightening and tightening and tightening. And the next thing that you see from the center, holding all four of the vines in both of his arms, stands up the bugbear, who has a lime green aura around him.
Oh no.
And he looks up, and his gaze falls upon the first person that he can see, which is Xanthi.
Oh
And
god.
a grin comes over his face, and he just goes, "Now, you'll all die here."
God damn it.
Borrow, it's your turn.
Baro is going to. He was about to enter the water after hearing the bugbear disappear, and as he was about to go in, he heard the crackling of the energy that Xanthi released, making him stop just on the edge of the water. And he was, as he did that and stopped, he then hears the vines and the tightening, and he senses as this creature ascends and hears its voice. Baro takes a moment, sensing the creature, and not knowing whether it's going to work or not, he plants his staff next to him, kneels in front of the water, puts his hands up, inserts his hands in the water, and he just whispers to it, "By the spirits of your kin, may you grant me might through your will." And not knowing whether or not that is going to do anything, he then just raises his hands and he basically just starts walking into the water.
Before you begin walking, I need you to make a persuasion check.
I don't have anything with those. That's a 12.
You can't see, of course, but in your head, you put your hands in the water and you can feel that it is icy cold. It is pleasantly cold, but icy cold. But behind that cold is like a sickly warmth that is growing. And in your mind, you get a feeling that there is like an infection that you are being asked to purge. When Baro stands back up and pulls his hands out of the water, Xanthi, Scree, and Clucky, Lovitar, only not you because you are still coming back to consciousness, Oh, also Petrichor, you're also looking at this too. You see that Barrow's hands look like they're on fire.
That's cool.
Barrow, for the moment, this bugbear has vulnerability to any damage you deal to it. You have not used your action yet.
No, I haven't. How deep is this water?
He's standing in the middle of it, and it's like maybe knee high.
Okay.
So it'd be like mid thigh on you ish.
Yeah. As Barrow takes his hands out and senses the flames in his hands, with his blind sight, he just can sort of see the aura or the essence of the flames growing in his hands, and locking with where the voice of the creature came through. Barrow just winds up a step back on the edge of the water and just jumps forward toward the creature as he just comes down with his punches and just aims to go into a sequence of strikes, just relentless strikes. So being vulnerable means what? I make more?
Vulnerability is the opposite of resistance.
So he gets extra damage for every strike. So the first one is 23.
That hits.
Second one is a 9.
That misses.
Last key point.
I think somebody tapped their microphone and it sounded like a heartbeat, and I was like,
23.
23
and 26.
Hits. 26 hits. So you have 3 good hits.
And so how much damage do I add from the roll?
You roll your damage, you add your things together, and you double it.
Ooh.
Double the total of the damage?
Yes. This is not like a crit where, you're doubling dice or things like that. It is the opposite of resistance, where it would be the number halved. It is the number doubled.
So for the first strike, it takes a total of 10 damage.
That is after you doubled it?
Yeah. I rolled a 5 total of damage.
Gotcha. That's 1 hit.
Second strike, he's going to take 20 damage total.
Ooh. All right.
And then another 10 damage. So 40 damage total.
Gotcha. Alrighty. He's still up, but he is not looking happy in the slightest. This brings us to Clucky.
All right. After managing to land a reactionary attack on the bugbear, and he watches as he disappears into the water and crawls back out of it. Or stands back up out of it, glowing. Clucky beats his wings once more, hurling himself forward towards the bugbear. As he glides over the water, he's dragging the blade across the water, and you just hear a light humming coming from the blade as he brings it up for a vertical attack recklessly, taking a -5 penalty to the attack roll to add an additional 10 damage if it hits. So let's see. Let's go with you. With the... Oh, shit! It's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
So that's that's whatever I roll with the d12 plus the plus 10 modifier or bonus. Oh shit! Okay, 14 plus 10. It's gonna be 24 damage on that first strike.
All right.
And as he lands that vertical swing, you hear that familiar sound of the ground starting to tremble, and then a column of ghostly spectral chickens surging out of the ground and smacking into the bugbear, imposing disadvantage on all attacks. He brings the axe horizontally and makes a lateral strike with it. Again. Reckless attack is continuous, correct?
Yep, it is just on.
Okay. Second attack is going to be 21 to hit.
That hits.
For an additional 9 damage. And then
All right.
bonus action, he's going to use his clawed foot for a offhand. Oh, that was a nat 20 too. Nat 20 on a offhand fucking talon strike. That's going to be 8 or 4 damage automatically plus 4 I roll. Of course I get a nat 20 on a fucking talon strike. Some bullshit. So 4 damage automatically plus 3, that's 7 plus 4, that's 11 extra damage on top of that. And that ends his turn.
After this, barrage of attacks that you just had, he kind of, he's panting heavily. He's bleeding all over the place. He's got this, lime green aura. His blood is falling into the water. And he looks at Clucky and he looks over at Barrow and he grips the maul that he has. And he just goes, I will not fall. I will not stop. This world will be mine. Scree. It is your turn.
Scree is, even though Lovitar's awake, Scree's still furiously stitching and trying to find any other open wound skin places and just kind of hobbling around his body trying to just fix it. And that is what's just, yep.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
That makes sense. I'm giving you inspiration because you are just 100% in character at this, and that is admirable and beautiful. This brings us to the bugbear's turn. Borrow.
Yeah.
That is a 23 to hit.
That misses.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
It's a
I'm also
20
supposed
to
to.
hit.
I need to add.
20?
I just realized I need to add 2 damage to all the attacks that I hit. So that's 6 damage in total.
You weren't raging.
Yes, I was. That's what I did when I entered the.
When he first flew in.
Oh, I thought that you were. So we're adding 6 damage to that. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Alrighty. Alright, so the 20 hits Borrow.
Mhm.
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
That was
Second
with
attack.
disadvantage, right?
That was with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Okay.
This guy.
Just double checking.
This guy just doesn't miss.
He did
That is
earlier.
a
It was
nat
great.
1.
That hits. Okay.
Third attack. It is a 13.
A fail.
Alright. That is his turn. That brings us to Lovitar.
Lovitar's just gonna take a second, just sitting there. And Scree, as you're kind of like scrambling around his body.
Hold on. Borrow. The damage that you received was you took with resistance, so half that damage.
Oh.
Because of
Wait, how much
ancestral protectors, baby. Half the damage of what you took. Love it. Continue, Isaac. Sorry.
No, you're good. Scree, you see Lovitar's eyes, and you've only seen this rage a couple of times. And you see him put one hand on the ground and push himself up. And he just starts walking into the water. And he kind of like picks you up and puts you on his shoulder, not saying a word. He reaches down into the water, scoops it up, and drinks it. And as he's walking, he just whispers,
If Loviatar won't give me power, I'll find it another way.
And how tall is this bugbear?
Like 8 feet tall.
2 feet taller than Clucky.
And you said he has tusks, right? Like,
Like very sharp teeth.
Lovitar's gonna walk up, reach up, and grab his teeth and pull him down to his level. And I will make a strength check if I have to.
You absolutely have to.
Yeah. Do you need a boost up, buddy?
No. And that's just my normal strength modifier, correct?
It's technically an athletics check.
Oh, athletics?
Yeah.
Still, only a +1. 19.
19. He rolled like absolute garbage.
So Lovitar grabs his
You
jaw,
have him grappled.
pulls him down eye level, and as he does, as a bonus action, he uses Form of Dread. So as he pulls him down, everybody just sees these horns grow off the side of Lovitar's head, and you just see his features kind of go shadowy, and all you can see is his glowing white eyes. And as he is holding him, face level with him,
I will show you hell for hurting those I care about.
and with that, and holding his face, he is going to cast Arms of Hadar. And he needs to make a strength saving check. Does this... I think we talked about this last time. Does it hit everybody around him
Yes.
as
It
well,
does hit
including
the
friends?
area.
You're fine. I have advantage on dexterity.
I will also say though that a grapple is a attack basically, so that would be an action.
I mean, I wasn't meaning to grapple him. I just wanted to pull him down.
Oh, you want a flavor thing? Well, we're gonna okay. So if you're gonna use your action to try to do something to damage him, we're gonna have to see how that goes and see if you get your flavor grapple in.
How do I need to
How
get my
well it
flavor
is.
grapple in? Huh?
How well it goes. So what's your action gonna be?
You know what? As he pulls him down, he's just gonna put his hands over his eyes with his other hand, and he's gonna use Eldritch Blast. Which also, if I successfully hit him, he goes flying 10 feet back because of certain things that I picked.
Okay, so this is another interesting rules mechanic. You are within 5 feet of him. This is a ranged
Okay.
attack roll, meaning that you would have disadvantage.
That's fine.
Make your roll. You are a level 5 character, meaning you have 2 beams. Cantrips function off of your your character level rather than your spellcasting level.
Good to know. Good to know. That would be an 18 for my disadvantage.
That hits. That's one beam. Roll for the second beam.
Another 18 for the second beam.
That hits. Roll some damage.
Gladly. And I also have a thing as my warlock where I get to add my charisma modifier to it.
Mhm.
So the first roll would be a 14, and then the second roll is an 11, so a total of 25 damage. And he
Lovitar.
goes flying back 10 feet.
You take this sip of water and you then approach this individual. You look up at him, you grab him, like fingers in mouth, grab the bottom jaw and pull him down to your level. And you activate your form of dread. And he just snarls at you, but you see that ever so quick look off to the side as you know he's frightened of you. You put your hands over his eyes. How do you want to do this?
Oh! So I walk up and I grab his jaw and I pull him down. And I'm like,
I'm gonna show you hell.
and I'm gonna put my hands over his face. And I'm gonna whisper,
Tell Loviatar I said hi.
as these two beams just blow his head apart.
So you said your Eldritch Blast pushes things back 10 feet, and you hit him with 2,
Mhm.
so that would technically be 20 feet. And that happens to his head pieces. It is just a scatter shot of skull and brain matter and just gore that blankets this area.
And Scree would know I don't use this form often. Just putting that out there.
All right, all. So, with the Bugbear defeated, we are out of initiative. If we could take the music down a little bit, we're not as heart pumping anymore.
I will say the music was definitely fitting the whole mood. I
It was
loved it.
really on point.
Especially during
Like, where are you doing
Lovitar's
music?
speech,
Yeah.
I was just sitting there just like, oh.
Dude.
Oh, I did calculate 15 feet getting up, and then it was 15 feet to the bugbear, just so you know.
You're all good. So, what?
What was that?
Why is that your texto?
I'm sorry. I have my
All
phone on
time.
now. I have my phone on silent now.
I was like, all right, let's set the scene again.
Could have had worse timing. To
Otaku
be fair.
Fair.
It very much good. Lovitar is unconscious.
Lovitar looks at Scree and says, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I will
alright.
say Xanthi is going to save the vial that from the potion, and she's going to pocket it because
Okay.
you know she loves bottles, and they always seem to come in handy.
Lovitar wasn't being quiet either. I'm pretty sure everybody would have like heard that conversation with the bugbear because he was growling it.
Oh yeah, and several people are
Right next to him.
definitely right there. So in this moment, you actually do see, now that the bugbear has fallen, Barrow standing there in his stance, and the sort of flames around his hands just slowly dissipate and disappear. And that feeling that you were getting in the back of your mind, Borrow, of, like there's something that needs to be purged, that just like you had a headache and all of a sudden it broke and you just kind of feel it slowly kind of crackle away.
Borrow probably, as he senses the hands fading, he lowers them also, letting them get close to the shore, to the edge of the water. And he raises his head lightly as he extends a hand and calls for Petrichor. Just Petrichor with a hand out, knowing that if Petrichor is around, for them to approach with the crystal.
You can hear that they're there, but I don't hear them moving. And for those who can actually see, if you turn and look at Petrichor, they're still fitting, and they look like they're still trying to process everything that's just watched and weren't able to do anything.
Xanthi, I think, is going to take a moment. She's going to pick up the barrel off of the back of her crate. She's going to shake it. And then she's just going to, instead of drinking from it, she's just going to put it down. And then she is, yeah. I don't
Who
have
are
much,
you? What did you do with her Xanthi?
I don't have much booze left. I'm going to try to hold off as much as I can until she absolutely needs it, because I'm telling you, if it gets to that point, you don't want Xanthi being 100% sober. That's some angriness, some badness. So Xanthi is going to take a moment. She's going to kind of lower herself to her knees at the water. And she's going to reach her hand in the water. She's going to kind of see if she can feel any essence or power. I don't know if I need to roll an Arcana check or anything in particular for that. She's going to see if she can sense anything from this water, from this magic well, so to speak.
Just give me insight.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a dirty 20.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, so in combat, the reason why, like, Borrow and a couple other people were getting, like, feelings of certain things, that was because of the stressful nature of what was happening in this area. Now that things have kind of calmed down and you're just kind of trying to get a vibe for it, you do feel that icy cool that is incredibly refreshing as you put your hand in the water. And not only is it refreshing, it's calming. It's, it's almost like that, opening the window and getting a breeze on a hot day. And your best bet is that it's not just because, oh, this is some, this is some banging ass water. There is something deeper beyond what is happening with the spring. There is something going on making this more than what it appears to be.
So Xanthi is going to stand up. She's going to take a moment. She's going to look at the water. And then she's just going to walk in. And she's going to casually walk over to the body of the fallen enemy. I can't remember what it's called right now. She's going to search it and see if she finds anything of use. Do I need to roll?
Searching the fountain itself?
No, the corpse.
The bugbear.
The bugbear. Okay. So remembering now, as I got caught up in thematics, you are not the first person to ask to do this.
Just let her.
All right, that's fair. All right, so
Lovatar just standing there in his form of dread, just like panting at this point.
that is a good point. Alrighty, so yeah, I'll have you just roll a quick investigation check to see how much you glean off this body.
That'll be a 10.
And all right, with a 10, there is the stone maul that it has, which it's was beating the crap out of you guys. There is the stone plate armor. It is specifically sized for this individual, so don't really know if you would get any more use out of it. And also, it's incredibly heavy. So I don't even know if you'd want to even lug it around.
I could work with it.
The rogue says he'll work with it.
No. Like I can fix it so it's smaller.
Oh, okay. So it's
Is it
made
what?
almost completely of stone, not leather.
Maybe not.
So,
We need a dwarf.
Alright.
There's nothing else really that is sticking out to you on this corpse.
Alright, so Xanthi is going to take her dagger. She's going to kind of just cut off wherever the joints are. I don't know if you cut it off or if you have to remove it just to get the armor off of it. Upon hearing Lovatar's comment, she simply lifts it up, hands it off.
Oh, I didn't actually say that.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
being a butt.
Xanthi's just then going to remove the armor and possibly inspect the body further.
We'll say that you're putting more time in rather than taking a taking like a check or something to see if you can get something quickly.
I can give her help as Barrow would actually like to take the body and remove it from the pool, from the fountain and the water.
Okay, the two of you working together. It's heavy. It is a very large individual that is covered in stone, but the two of you working together, you'd be able to drag him out.
Fuck, you would have been able to do it, no
and-
problem.
That's true. Either way. You know what? Yeah, Xanthi, go ahead, roll investigation with advantage.
Alright, first one is an 11, and second would be a dirty 21.
Dirty 21. This is what we do. If it's over a 20, we just say that it's a dirty.
Well, it's not a nat 20, so.
See?
21 is already dirty.
Well, it's a 21.
But it's not a nat 20.
Right,
It's
but it's-
30.
It's over the maximum the
with
dice
advantage,
can give.
So,
Yeah, but if I get a 20 and I have a +1 modifier, that's a nat 20.
That's
Any whomst. Getting the body out of the water and taking the time. Obviously, the plates and stuff aren't, like solid pieces. They would have to have been joined together, and they are joined together by leather straps that are tied together. So you can cut those, untie them, what have you, to inspect the body further. He did have a small bag. It didn't really have too much. It had a rolled up piece of paper, which when you check it out,